I was kind of like shit scared of In the Night Garden as a kid. Like, there's something about Iggle Piggle's eyes. Like, they just feel like they've consumed souls.
I know she's searching that up right now.
There's something about him.
I just go like, what the fuck are they talking
Exactly. One. Hello everybody, welcome to the Generic Anime Podcast, where I thought I didn't start recording for a second. Today is a very special episode because we have Bunko-Bon on, so say hello, introduce yourself or something.
Hello, introduce yourself. I'm Bunko-Bon.
Oh my God. She's our very first guest ever.
Yes.
Very cool. Deep silence. There we go.
And if you couldn't tell already, she's a VTuber. Kind of.
Wait, she's
No, I thought that was a
VTuber?
real person, bro.
She's not real, bro.
I am?
No.
Yes, you're a
No.
VTuber.
What?
Now this is
Impossible.
this is crazy, guys.
Massacre.
Nandale.
Yes, we have some. Speedy has prepared some questions for Bunko, and I believe you made a 3x3 as well to explain your tastes in anime. For we invited you on an anime podcast. I guess Speedy invited you technically, but still.
If you just
I
drop
have
it
indeed.
into this little like record VC chat thing that we have on the side, just so everyone can see it properly, so I'm having to scroll through, and also so it's easier for me to screenshot it.
Yep.
Anyway, I will now start doing the epic questions I have made, which is also on the
Yes. Words.
It's the-
English hard.
yeah, English. My English is not doing well. Okay, let's. Firstly, the first ever question on the podcast for you. Why
So
did
nice.
Why did you VTube? Why did you become
Why
a
did I
VTuber? Yeah.
Ah, that is a good question. So VTubing. Mainly because I can't be bothered to put makeup on every day. It's always nice. And with this, I can always like feel like I look somewhat presentable. But that, and I feel like it's a fun way to separate my AniTube life on YouTube and my professional life. Just so then the two never get mixed, and I can still have fun in both. So I'm sort of like Batman in a way.
Everything's
Just
a Batman reference.
Very weeby Batman.
Imagine how scary it would be if Batman was a weeb. Instead of him beating
feel
people with
like
like sticks, he'll be going around with
Robert
samurai
Pattinson is
swords.
definitely a weeb. He's definitely a
Yeah.
positive weeb.
He's a closet weeb. That is now funny. Animates, you need to start making a comic about this. Batman as a weeb.
That would be interesting. That would be interesting.
Actually, I
nice
think there's probably a chance that somebody on
Batman is a guy.
fanfiction.org already made that, but
There's a Batman.
I don't know, maybe.
Yeah, there's a few Batman animes.
Yeah, there's the
They're
new,
pretty good.
There's a new Suicide Squad one coming out, I think, in July. Actually.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it is coming out in a few months.
So bad.
Bro.
But I quite liked. I thought your answer there was quite interesting. Like, I thought maybe like if I had to like guess, I would have thought maybe you'd have said something more like, I guess it's just fun or it's kind of cool. But I never really thought about separating real life, I guess, from like your AniTube persona. I guess I don't know how it is for everyone else, but I don't know. Sorry, the
No,
words
that's
are not.
a good.
I-
It is also quite fun
it's
doing this. To be
she's
fair.
kind of like
It is
Slipknot,
an
isn't
interesting
she?
point.
What are you actually using for the like face cap thing? Like what
So-
device do you use?
The programs I use is a program called Vroid to create the models. It's kind of like The Sims, which I really enjoy. I know a woman playing The Sims. It's crazy.
Mind blown.
But I had a lot of fun just like dressing up this character and then finding like specific color schemes. If you couldn't tell, the orange is very inspired by Dragon Ball. But then I use a program called VC Face to track my face motion to this model.
That's cool.
Cool.
And they're all like free as well, which is super fun. You can buy like clothes online, and people also just sell free stuff too. So like this whole outfit was free, but if I wanted to splurge some cash, I could always make it more extravagant.
Oh, that's kind of good because like I always had the idea that VTubing is like stupid expensive with the models.
Yeah.
And everything.
No, I actually practiced this beforehand when I used to play Dungeons and Dragons with some friends.
nice.
I would attempt to make a tabaxi character using the system, but it was just so cursed.
Oh, that's very
It
cool.
just doesn't work with
Speaking
cats.
of cursed VTuber things, I already told you about this, Bunko, but I used to do VTubing as well.
You used to do
Ooh.
VTubing?
Yeah, I used to go under the name Just Barry in it. And he,
Very
I used one of,
British.
I used one of the
No.
like default like things. It looked like very vampire-ish. So the lore for just Barry in it was that he was a Scouse vampire.
Now I've been
I tried my
Speedy in
best.
a fucking vampire costume.
I tried my absolute best to like be
That's
to
soft
do
blood.
a Scouse accent, because also one of my favorite MMA fighters was is Scouse.
Paddy.
Yeah, Paddy the Baddy. Yeah, he's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
I'd just play War Thunder and just be saying really absurd shit. This
So
was only
nothing has
last.
changed really.
It would be a
But
little bit
yeah,
more
pretty
absurd.
much.
Yeah, it was the same as last
About,
year.
the lore about like his old VTuber days.
Mhm.
Do you have like any specific lore attached to your character? Because I know that that's something very common in the VTuber world, or is it still something like a work in progress?
Do you know, I haven't actually thought of any backstories. I guess no, not really. I should have really thought of a backstory. That would have been at least made my character more interesting. But I think I just loved the idea of just like dressing up and like making a unique looking person. And then maybe in the future I'll make more of like a backstory like you see with Iron Mouse or Boomy, for example. Speaking of VTubing vampires. But alas, I'm just an AniTuber with a VTuber model.
That's cool.
Okay,
Cool stuff.
speaking of AniTube, actually, what made you want to start a YouTube channel?
So I started last year because I'm a big fan of channels like Alex and The Masked Man. And I found that watching some of their videos, they're pretty good. After watching some of their videos, I'd only write down 1 out of 5 of the things that they recommended. So I thought, why don't I make a channel where I write down like 5 out of 5 things that I want to read, and then
Yeah.
hopefully like have someone else like almost continue that chain or have something words having someone watch my videos and then like open their Annie list in anticipation of wanting to read something.
Nice.
Pretty cool.
That's cool.
So, what
Yeah.
anime or manga really got you into anime culture thingy?
Ooh, so it's less of an anime and more of a high school romance.
Oh boy.
So I essentially, during high school or secondary school, depending on where you're from, I was very interested in someone who was really into Dragon Ball and Avatar, and I was like, I just TV shows, I'll just watch them. It's fine, you know, not too short, you know. And then I watched it, and I was like, you know what? Dragon Ball is way better than romance. I'm just gonna ditch this love interest and just continue watching Dragon Ball.
Real weeb right here.
That's a weird moment right there.
came prepped
I then
for just
proceeded to like add hundreds of hours into Xenoverse, watch all the movies on this really little like laptop that I had on like 321 Anime, I think. And then I just watched all of Z when I should have really been studying. But oh well.
Relatable.
Really.
I think
So,
I don't know if it was the same for you, but I know me and Speedy, we both saw EBZ or Kai on the TV,
On
Ooh.
pot.
like as we were growing up. I don't know if you had a similar experience seeing any anime on like TV and stuff.
So as a kid, I'd only really watched like the Disney channels and like
fair
Nickelodeon animated stuff. I only really got into anime during secondary school, and that's when it really just like popped off for me. It was just like Dragon Ball centric for a while, and then I discovered like niche stuff like Donyatsu and like Plus Sized Elf and what else have I watched? I can't even remember. My brain has just gone blank. But I really expanded upon stuff in like college and university where I watched everything niche.
Okay,
Yeah.
Bunko, I've got a very serious question for you.
Okay.
You need to answer with 100% seriousness, okay?
Okay.
Were you allowed to stay up to watching The Night Garden when you were a child?
Funnily enough, I was kind of like shit scared of In the Night Garden as a kid. Like, there's something about Eagle Pickle's eyes. Like, they just feel like they've consumed souls. And you just look at it.
She's searching that up right now.
both
just
anime
something
and
about
I
him.
just go like, what the fuck are they?
Yeah, exactly. That's a
You
good
explain.
way.
I'll grab a
It's just
picture of
this-
Yeah, I
Eagle
think you can
Pickle for
explain
you.
it for like
Show us a
non-UK
picture, Speedy.
people.
Like, I'd
Uh,
almost put him on the same level as Mr. Blobby. He's that
Eagle-
kind of cursed.
Oh, Mr. Blobby is creepy as fuck.
Yeah.
Okay, this is Eagle Piggle.
It's loading.
Wait,
And
is
like
that-
you
wait,
don't know what
wait,
he's done
was
with
that,
the
wait, was that
blanket.
Eagle Pickle?
Oh,
Wait, no,
Okay,
wait.
I can see
Yeah,
what
yeah,
you're
yeah,
saying.
yeah, yeah.
There was also this one was the one I was thinking about before.
The second guy is terrifying.
Akapaka, I believe.
Yeah, Maka Paka. Maka
Yeah.
Paka was.
Okay, so those were cartoons.
I don't know why I
that
remember
This
this.
kids
this was
watched?
like
Yeah.
it was
Oh my
a thing that would come on before the CBeebies channel would turn off for the night, so it was like 7 or 8 o'clock.
Yeah,
What
yeah.
the fuck is that
Well,
thing?
That's a character is a character from a Finnish TV show for kids called Morsa.
The fuck?
Ooh.
It is a
Nice.
creature that caused many a PTSD in Finnish children. But since you
can
did
see
mention
why.
that you watched a lot of like niche anime and stuff, Bunko, is any of those in your 3x3? Like, would you like to open up your 3x3 a bit for us?
Wait, I've still
Yes,
got one more
definitely.
question. I've still got one more question.
No.
Just-
you
I've
always got
got
questions.
one
Go back
serious
together.
question. I've got one serious question.
Okay.
Okay. What anime and manga had the most influence on you as a person?
That's a good question.
That is a deep
Oh.
question.
I did say there'll be deep questions. I will not be
That's
feeding out.
true. I wasn't
episodes.
expecting this deep though. I think as of recently, Suzume was quite impactful. That was pretty. Oh wait, no, actually no, I've got a good one. So I've read a manhwa recently called Like a Butterfly. It's essentially about this older gentleman who wants to get into ballet, but his whole family is telling him no, because he's considered an old age pensioner. And like just him pursuing his dreams, and then continuously being knocked down by like not only his family but like physical health and stuff. Oh, that got to me, and I didn't know just pictures could make me cry. Like that properly got to me.
Bunko,
Oh.
sorry to like interrupt you, but didn't they also made a Netflix series about this?
Yeah, so there's actually quite a few of my favorite manhwa that have live action adaptations, and I believe Like a Butterfly was one of them.
It's cool.
Because I've heard
What do you-
about that one. That's pretty cool.
Are you more into manhwa or manga nowadays?
So I've read a lot of manga, but I recently like dipped my toe into the manhwa scene. So I recently read Love Tractor. One of my favorites is The Horizon, which is really cool. Yeah, and I've got a bunch more on my plan to read list.
Nice.
Man was so good. Mano is so underrated, man. I feel
It's
like
perfect for reading on the phone.
exactly with the whole scrolling thing, but I feel like it doesn't get enough appreciation or it's talked about enough in the like the anime manga community. But like I don't know, I feel like there's also a lot of people who are quite into manhwa as well, and it's nice to just have a different taste and style of story. I feel like we're seeing more of it sort of bleed through with like solo leveling. And I know there was another. What was it, like?
I think Tower of
I can't
God.
remember the name.
Tower of
But
God.
it's like a
Tower of God.
YouTube thing, like fight thing.
Ah,
Sort of
yeah,
like reading them now.
that's going on right now.
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
wow.
So it's
Yeah.
cool, but they need more love, more appreciation.
I feel like the manhwa that get anime adaptations are like very manga-esque, like battle shonen
Yes.
kind of stuff. It's not
Yeah,
like unique
yeah.
stuff. The unique stuff doesn't get that much attention, I think.
I think it's
Yeah.
something that we're gonna see with time, but
Yeah.
because like as Consumer said, there's still a sort of sigma with
Sigma?
Sigma
The brain
anime.
rot's been
brain
getting to
rot. It's the
animate.
brain rot. But the stigma. There's still a certain stigma with manhwa, so that's why probably we
That's
haven't
killed
seen
me,
as
bro.
much anime of manhwas and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
and I feel like once you start getting things like big Korean animation studios start to make them, that's gonna be the turning point. I feel like.
There's so many good.
I think another
manhwa
big
people.
one was Lookism. I don't know if you guys have watched that.
Lookism get adapted.
Yeah, I've heard of that.
Yeah, Lookism got adapted, but I think it's only the first season. It's on Netflix.
I have not read any manhwa.
Gotta get on it.
Sure thing, buddy. I know
I've
you've
got
read the
some-
manhwa, bro.
You've read all the like
Sure.
auntie manhwa with the big titty old ladies, not old ladies, but like older ladies.
What?
Oh, you haven't
Repeat
heard?
that. Repeat
There's a
that
lot of
sentence
those
for me,
into it.
cheese.
There's a lot of those. Speedy, we had a whole fucking conversation about this. In
Yeah,
Discord.
so-
Don't try to
Did a
dodge the
couple
bullet.
episodes back.
I have such a bad memory. It's unreal.
No, but to be fair, it was like mostly us recommending weird
Yeah.
stuff to him. So that's
Yeah.
I mean, I've got plenty of spicy recommendation ones as well. If you want those.
Give us the
Send the entire
spiciest
list.
recommendation.
Ooh.
With-
Okay, so funnily enough, it was also my first ever manhwa that I read. But Sweet Guy, I read that first.
I know that one.
Yeah.
I
So it's
didn't
essentially this fella, I forgot what his name is. He just walks around, and whenever he touches a woman, let's just say they want to dance with no pants on immediately.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, I
Like
Googled
immediate
it.
spice. Windows
I see.
insert noise happen.
But there's like a strangely really good plot and like a high level plot
Yeah.
to it, and I was like, what? I wasn't expecting this when you're like doing it in a hairdresser's. Like,
Oh my god.
I feel like that manhwa kind of brought in a whole new like wave of that type of story. Like same way like Solo Leveling sort of brought in a bunch of like gate style reverse isekai. I feel like after Sweet Guy there was a lot of stories like that I can remember sort of coming out after it. I love talking about manhwa, bro.
We should
to
talk
read
more
more.
about it on the podcast.
I know.
I need-
Honestly,
I need to-
like, I would love to make a video on it at some point, but I just
I may
too
have to
lazy,
read
bro.
one. If there's
Manhwa
one about,
episode
like,
incoming? Who
if,
knows?
the- if,
Manhwa episode, bro. Let's do it.
if there's a manhwa about like street racing, I'm hopping on that shit immediately.
There probably is. There probably
Probably
is.
is. I feel like manhwa is one of those, like, it's such a fast-growing medium
Yeah.
right now.
Oh,
You'll find a lot of stuff there.
We are witnessing the rising of a
First
genre.
manhwa that you guys have read or heard about?
Beginning after the end.
Mm-hmm.
That's what
That one's
I've heard
that one's
about.
just
I've
like
read it a little bit.
that one's alright. That one's overhyped.
I've read it only because my editor, who used to edit for me like 2 years ago, like put it in the video for like the best fights video, and he was like,
Yeah.
"Yo, this shit's epic." I'm like, that seems pretty
It's
alright. I
good,
read it. It's
but-
actually quite good, but I don't remember how far
It's
I got into
I'm
it.
certain that story is based off of Mushoku Tensei. I'm like 95% certain.
I read
I
quite
mean,
a lot of it in one
so
night.
much isekai and isekai-esque stuff is based on Mushoku
Yeah.
Tensei. It's
It is
unreal.
different. Like I would say the main characters are quite different because Rudius is a very particular kind of human.
Yes.
I would not say the beginning after the end protagonist is quite the same, but like they both sort of respawn and they're both young, sort of grow old. They have a little sister. They also have like this love interest who they've also sort of known since a child, although they approach it a bit differently because in the beginning after the end the guy's explicitly like, no, like I don't want to be into you because you are literally like a child or whatever. It's like, okay, if you're still into me when you're like 18 or something, we can talk about this again, but
That's still a bit
certain
weird.
that one is.
Yeah, it's still
Yeah.
a bit weird.
Certified bro moment.
By the way, Bunko, since we are on the topic, what is your opinion on isekais?
Let's go.
Please say they're good.
I think
Please
they're
say they're
alright. They're alright. I mean, I don't have a pure hatred against them. I feel like I normally live around like the slice of life comedy romance genre. Trying to think of isekais that I've watched that are like in my top 10. I mean, yeah, they were okay. As the British like saying would go, they're alright. You know,
good.
yeah,
They're alright.
It's alright.
they're alright.
Alright.
Because in the podcast there's like a clearly device line where there's two sides. There's the isekai lovers and the isekai haters. So we're trying to balance the hater side here right now.
Yeah.
Wait,
Trying to think of like all the things that I have read and all the things I've watched. I'm like, what is an isekai?
Asuba?
What is an isekai?
Yeah.
Konosuba, Re:Zero, Mushoku Tensei, Tiny the Evil.
Oh, bro.
I don't think I've seen any of them, which makes me such a bad witch.
That in some ways it's sort of good and refreshing because I feel like we've all been
with
infected
Re:Zero,
by
you're not
isekai
missing
brain rot.
anything out, so you're fine.
Speedy, your
Yeah, I
opinion,
feel
is,
like-
your opinion is categorically wrong on Re:Zero.
Your opinions are wrong. I will fight you.
You're
I feel
welcome
like the
to.
Just
refans
because you have
are-
double my subscriber count doesn't mean you're automatically right.
That's what
Really
YouTuber
do.
says.
Yeah. I mean, Speedy, you are saying one of the most critically acclaimed isekai is garbage. So
Because I'm right and they're wrong.
Second, you Speedy, go off.
Let's go. Subaru is a beta male, and I will hold that to the day I die. He is a beta male and got me one of the top 10 worst anime MCs in history. He's also a cuck.
Oh god.
Is he though?
Just outing him like that.
Yeah.
Speedy, you haven't even watched it. You've seen like 20 minutes of the first episode.
That's all I needed to know. And also half I know from memes.
Oh my god.
Also, like, half the plot I know from memes and one of my friends constantly talking about it.
So he
See?
has an accurate assessment of what the show's about.
I have a very
Yeah, I
accurate
mean,
assessment of it.
Kosuba,
very
he's also the
professional.
guy who says that Naruto is shit without ever watching a single episode of it. So
No, that's different though.
The shame.
Wrong what he's talking about. Naruto.
Oh, by the way, Bunko, since we're talking about shows and characters that we hate, is there any
Okay.
show or character that you are not particularly fond of, or
Oh,
that you would
sh-
probably say that you hate?
and why is it
Oh
Sakura?
no. Okay, so I've got a few that I don't particularly enjoy. That I've probably rated about like under 5s on my Annie list, which are quite loved in the anime community.
Oh, boy.
One of them is Monster. I hate monsters so much.
Oh,
I
bro,
can't stand it.
bro,
It's so slow. I read like 40
Bro.
chapters and I was like, just kill him already. I'm so done with this.
I am neutral on
I am
the matter
over
because I
it.
haven't read or watched it yet, so I'm just gonna
Like
say
I
no.
saw the serials Killer's Face and I was like, okay, that's it. Cool. What's next?
Oh my.
I don't, but that's just me.
All
If people want to watch it and love it, that's fine. That's fine. It's just not my taste. And I think the other one was Chainsaw Man. I really don't.
No!
Chainsaw Man.
Oh.
Was it the
I
vomit
also
scene that
gave
put
that
you
a
off,
10.
or like, or the chain? Was
But
it the
you're
Chainsaw
talking about
Man
the anime
fandom?
or the manga?
Both. I'm gonna do the manga thing where I'm like, I actually read it before it became an anime.
Same.
But I read it and I was like, the characters are cool, and that's it. Everything else is like such a blank canvas in comparison to other shonen.
I'm feeling consumer dying inside right now.
Yeah,
I feel
consumer
like-
dying inside.
Wipe my
I feel
tears
like
with my
Chainsaw
Chainsaw
Man-
Man Volume 14.
Chainsaw Man is that like it feels like Tatsuki Fujimoto was like somebody told him to not go overboard.
Mm. Yeah, and like
What?
I even read the one shot by Fujimoto, how like where he was trying to lay out his feelings on how he felt about Chainsaw Man on his one shot. I can't remember what it was called, but it's all about a kid who was writing his first music video and how everyone was like really looking into it for like the metaphorical reasons
Oh,
and
yeah,
like
I've heard
doing
about
like and then I was like, see, even he doesn't like it.
Chainsaw Man is that deep, bro. It is.
It's not that
Kosuba-
deep, man.
It's that deep.
Kazuma, what I mean
It's
is like
not that deep.
Fire Punch feels like the kind of book where Fujimoto just was allowed to do what he really
You
wanted
haven't
to
seen the second half of Chainsaw Man, though.
do. I've read the
What
fucking manga,
fuck?
bro.
You haven't seen
Yeah,
the
exactly.
second half, bro.
The second half is not anime, so of course I haven't seen it. I've read it
Okay,
though.
so here's the thing.
Like,
about Chainsaw Man.
I've only read part 1 so far.
Like
Personally,
Pal
I
was the best character and that was it. Like
True. I agree. I have to agree with that.
She got folded
Yeah,
like a fucking omelette at the end, but yeah.
Oh, we should have put a
Don't
spoiler
end,
warning
bro.
before.
I
That's
mean,
not the
at this
end, though.
point, we'll just let people suffer.
Oh my god.
Bro, but
We'll get
it's
more.
so
We'll get more
good.
No,
engagement
it
out of
is
it.
good. It is.
maybe I
But
shouldn't tell you my third one as well.
Go ahead.
No, wait,
So
oh my
watch,
God,
watch
I'm
it
scared
do
with
now.
it.
I'm
One Piece or something, bro.
Oh
Make
no,
consumer
actually,
dying
I
side
got
even
about
more.
300 chapters into One Piece, and it's pretty good. I quite like One Piece.
There we go.
But the one that I watched recently, this is from the opinion of someone who's watched anime recently and hasn't really been exposed to like older shonen, because I've been so used to such modern shonen. But I don't like Bleach.
Animator's left the
so
chat.
long.
Animator's gone.
Anime.
Oh my god.
Animators
I don't
hilarious.
think I've ever seen Animate walk out of the podcast before. You are the first person to do that. Congratulations.
Oh my god.
That's
Whoa,
hilarious.
I can't believe that.
I feel vindicated that none of my favorite shows were mentioned as shit by Bungo.
Oh, bro.
Okay, to be fair,
So for
Can you say
Yeah.
something bad about
I understand why people
Bunko,
wouldn't
say
like
something
Bleach.
bad about Grand Blue Dreaming, please, or Golden Kamuy.
I haven't seen either of those.
Oh, okay.
No, but to be fair, I was scared that you was gonna say JoJo. So that
Oh, no, I love
that
JoJo.
was-
Literally,
Oh,
Jonathan
there we go.
Joestar, best Joestar. And I will fight
Yeah.
anyone who says
Yeah.
Jonathan
Okay.
isn't the best.
yeah.
Jonathan is the best.
He is.
Phantom Blood may not be the best, but Jonathan is the best Joestar.
I like the guy with the gun. In like the part 2, I think it is. Oh no, he shoots
What?
a guy in an American cafe. That's all I remember. That's where I'm up to at the moment.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
that's Joseph. That's
Yeah.
Joseph.
Yeah.
He gets the Tommy gun out.
I haven't
The
watched
visual,
Jo-
like, trench
I
coat.
haven't like watched JoJo's in like a year now since the episode, since like one of the
I watched,
episodes.
like-
Shit, bro.
I watched up to halfway through part 6, And Jolene's season sort of like dropped off for me a little bit, but I heard the next season is like insanely good. So I'm looking forward to
Run
that.
is really good.
I've
But
been watching
that's
good
mostly due to the scheduling that Netflix did with like
Yeah.
releasing part 6.
Yeah.
Because part 6 is pretty cool, but unfortunately
They
the
killed the
hype,
hype.
died off.
This will
Yeah.
obviously then lead to the next JoJo's question, Bunko. What is the best chapter of JoJo's?
Ooh.
So
Oh,
I'm gonna
freezing.
stick with my boy Jonathan and say season 1.
Okay.
I really like it.
Ooh, that
Just
is
because
a
it's
great
so
take.
solid.
That's a very interesting take because
Bro,
I don't think I've ever heard someone say that part 1 was their
I've
favorite
never done
part.
that before.
No,
I
I
do
don't
like
have. I don't
I
have
actually
either.
I think part 1's quite good. Not gonna lie.
No,
I also
part
agree,
1,
bro. Thank you. It is so good. Like,
It
especially
is.
the
I like
first
what-
like couple episodes with Dio and Jonathan.
It's such a foundation that is so hard to like pick apart, and that's why I
Yeah.
like it. Whereas like in the newer seasons, it's like, oh, my stand does this, which actually has like 50 loopholes.
I feel like
You really
the
like
big
part
thing
8
with
then.
why people don't like part 1 that much is because everybody has an expectation when they go to JoJo's, which is things
Sheer
like
ridiculousness.
Stardust Crusaders, and Phantom Blood is just very different from what the picture that people get from the memes.
yeah.
Yeah,
Because
it's like
everybody knows JoJo's from the memes.
Yeah.
I find the part 1 to be such like a good appetizer for the main course that is JoJo.
Yes. I think the only problem that I have with part 1 is that I think that the fights are a little bit boring compared to the other fights in the series. Because
That's fair
the
enough.
plot is probably the part that has like the most consistent like story, like a beginning, a middle, and an end. Whereas the other stories, they kind of tend to go like let's say like I'm trying to overshow you with my stand, you know. I'm trying to be better. So I'm doing something cool, but then I'm like, but my stand can do this, but my stand can do this, and stuff like that.
I've just realized something. Bakugan and JoJo's have a lot in common.
Wait,
What?
what?
Explain.
The first
Explain.
season of Bakugan was very like tame compared to the rest of it, because the first season had a lot of tactics, actually had somewhat of a good story, and had.
So you're trying to say it was bad?
What the fuck
that's
are you
what
on
I-
about? And the same with JoJo's Part 1. Yeah. And then
I'll have to-
after that, it kind of just went crazy. But
I have to agree with Animate. Like part 1, like fights in part 1 are very straightforward compared to later in JoJo's.
Bro, what about
I just feel like they're way more solid in comparison to like Golden Wind or Stardust Crusaders, but they are both still very good.
Yeah. It's just that the fights in the other parts are so much creative compared to like just punch the vampire with your fire punch, you know?
yeah?
I will punch with the power of the sun.
Yeah.
Bunko, have you?
But,
do you?
Oh, sorry.
Go for it, bro.
I know. I just wanted to ask you guys and Bunko, what is your opinion on Hamon in JoJo? Like, would you guys have wanted to see more of it, or are you happy that they did the switch with stands and stuff like that?
I think the stands are one of the best power systems in all of anime.
Yeah,
Hamon
I
is
agree.
cool, but I think Hamon is also very limited
Yeah.
in what it can do.
The only thing that
what can Hamon do?
Kill vampires.
yeah.
Oh, is
But
that
the
it?
thing is that
And
I would have
Pillarman.
loved to see a smoother transition from
Yeah.
Hamon to
Yeah.
stands, like something like stands are an evolution of Hamon or something like that, where basically what you can't do with Hamon you can do with stands now, but you know it's still cool.
Yeah, that would have been. It is a bit jarring, like the transformation from Hamon to
I know.
stands in Stardust
I
Crusaders.
didn't mind it as much because maybe like even in One Piece you have like between Devil Fruits and Haki.
Yeah,
I feel
yeah,
like it's quite
obviously.
similar. Like I've seen quite a few series where they have like 2 power systems, and I guess it's not too weird. I guess maybe it could have been nice to have been hinted at, maybe slightly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like if they used Joseph as more of like a transitional character from Hammond to Stans, that would have been cool.
Yeah.
And then at least maybe you would have made Joseph cool as well. I mean, just saying he's
What? Don't like him?
I mean, he's
Dude, Discord
okay,
just went
but
off.
he's
Just-
trying to be Jonathan,
No.
and it's just not working.
No, I would say the complete
These takes
opposite.
are crazy, man. These takes are
These
crazy.
takes.
This is why I'm in the niche genre, because I have such weird takes of shonen and popular stuff.
My God. But yeah,
What-
what
yeah,
you were gonna
what-
say,
what's the-
consumer?
Pardon?
What you were gonna say, consumer, because you were about to say something.
Yeah, well, I was just curious, like, how much do you know about Part 7?
I know they're on horses.
Yeah.
I know the new Joestar is in a wheelchair.
Yeah.
And I know that there's like bulls involved. That's all I know.
That's fair enough, not much.
Spinning
I know bulls, and that's it.
Well,
Alright.
it is the chapter that established that Jesus is now an officially JoJo's character.
Oh,
Yeah.
just
okay.
going into like down territory where it's like anyone could be in it next
Anyone
week.
can be in JoJo's, yeah.
Everything
Well, I guess I'm
is a
spoiled,
JoJo's
but
reference.
I think if you like Part 1, you there's a potential to like really love Part 7 because in some ways Part 7 is sort of like a celebration of Part 1 and like the other parts that have came before it. So there's a lot of like homages to Part 1 in Part 7.
Well, even the names, if you think about it, because like the name of the main Joestar is Johnny. But an abbreviation of Jonathan. So
Yeah.
Interesting.
Just going, what the fuck's going on? Speedy, you need to watch JoJo's.
Speedy, you need to watch.
We should do an episode on it. I think it would be good because
Okay.
like
Yeah,
I
I'm
was
going
like-
to.
I have to watch
We
all
should
of
do an
JoJo's
episode
now.
where we will
And
do a
read it
marathon
all.
episode where we all sit down and watch Speedy watch JoJo's.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, copyright.
Running
copyright.
commentary.
Copyright infringement. Be like, hi, how's it going?
To be fair, I was so close to getting a star on my back, but I'm so glad I didn't.
What are your other anime manga hot takes then? This is entertaining.
I feel
We're
like
just
we're just
throwing it
gonna
under the
forget.
bus,
Yeah.
We have so much YouTube Shorts content from this now. It's unreal.
Oh yeah.
Oh, no.
actually, yeah.
Let me think. What are some of my hot takes? I liked the Records of Ragnarok anime. That was pretty cool. Just because it was so stupid.
Okay.
Because it was
It is
animated so
very
strange. But I think that's just because I loved it so much. Because the premise was so weird and the animation really focused on Aphrodite's boobs. And I don't know why.
Oh my god.
I think... I don't know if I should say it. I really like Dragon Ball GT. Probably about the same level of Z.
Oh, so that's
That's
spicy.
That's a take. That's a take for sure.
That's spicy. But I feel like
Well, I
modern anime fans wouldn't even get it. It's too old. Too old school.
This is
for them.
also where I keep my identity secret. Otherwise, I'd be pillaged whenever I go to Comic-Con.
Oh my god.
They don't know where you are.
Exactly. Well, I just feel like GT brought so many more emotional moments, and like I won't spoil anything, but when like Android 18 gets to fights, that's why I was like, oh, don't do this to me, I'm gonna like shed a tear. This was so upsetting. And then like at the end, it had me so much more like emotionally captivated in comparison to Z, which was just like a power up fest.
Yeah.
But
Are
still
you
be good.
excited for the new one? I can't remember its name. Dragon Ball Daima or something like that.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm so excited. And like with the recent news of Toriyama as well, I feel like there's going to be so much more like attachment to this series more than ever. And like, I can't wait.
Cool.
Because we forgot to talk about it, let's talk about your 3x3 that we got you to make.
Now from all the spicy takes into something a little
Yeah.
bit wholesome.
Yeah, let's try
can
and
see on my niche really.
neutralize the ground a little bit. So we've talked about Dragon Ball a bit.
Yeah.
What's the one on the left to Dragon Ball?
So
On
the
your
one on the
list.
left to Dragon Ball is a manhwa that I read recently, and I absolutely adore. And I actually ranked it a 10 out of 10, which is only like 3 other things on my anime list I'll rate a 10 out of 10.
Oh.
And it's called Love Tractor.
Tractor?
I think I've heard of this actually.
Funny enough, it's also got a
Well,
live
no,
action
no.
adaptation.
Oh,
I've
heard it from that. Yeah, I have a friend who watches like a lot of K-drama and stuff.
My mum, bro.
I think she and my girlfriend watched it together when she was visiting here.
Yeah, so like this, it's got 2 seasons which are finished, but it says ongoing on AniList, but I'm still gonna read it anyway. And it's got like a snippet of spicy content, but not too much. And it's just it's so wholesome and it's so good, and it just really hits you in the feels, you know.
One of those
Like-
shows.
Yeah, it's just one of those shows. And like I thought, going into this, it's just going to be another like romance on a farm, very typical stuff. But they just do something with the 2 characters, and it just like just grips you more than any other romance thing that I've encountered. And then Yi-chan, who's the farmer character, reminds me a lot of some of my favorite characters in like games.
Muscle Daddy?
Well, maybe. I mean, I don't have an idea for muscle mummies in manga video or anything. It's fine.
I'll plug in there.
We need more muscle mummies in manga and anime.
Oh,
I agree.
I literally have like a list ready to go. It's
Brain
just
activated.
coming up with the milestone to make the video.
Excellent.
Boys, Muscle Mummy episode 1. When
Oh,
we're gonna
yeah.
When you get that shit out by tomorrow.
Muscle days.
Oh.
Yeah, but in personality-wise, just is very Karlach-esque from Baldur's Gate, which also I'm just obsessed with.
Bro,
I'm not playing.
she's just so happy right now. I can
Karlach
just
is
see
best.
it.
Karlach is best.
If I'm not reading or watching like otaku content, I'm kissing Karlach whenever I log on to Baldur's Gate.
Bro, this is hilarious, bro.
Bruh.
Oh man.
But yeah, back to love characters. It's so good. Like I think it's like 80 chapters at the moment, but because it's manhwa, you can get through chapters like super quickly.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
And it's just it I don't know, it really emphasizes on like the peacefulness of countrysides when like you get overstressed with like work or studies and stuff, and you just need that relaxing just sort of like getaway, and then it just happens to be a romantic interest at the same time, which I'm totally down with. And you know, again, muscle daddy, who doesn't love that?
True.
Pretty good
Alright.
points there.
What else do you have on your list?
So that's a manhwa. Like love chapter is a manhwa. Dragon Ball, both the anime, manga, games, anything Dragon Ball. That's why it's on my list. I literally have most of the Dragon Balls tattooed on my flesh form. I think that's what VTubers call the normal form.
Flesh
Which I think is
growers.
kind of gross, but you know, I guess that's what it is.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
But- Yeah, I don't like it either. Yeah, I'm one of them.
It
Um,
sounds weird.
She's like,
But I think I have like
Bunko's
200
kind of
hours.
like Cortana from Halo.
my
She
lord.
can just like a little like thing here, just
Yeah.
folds in.
It's like a little skin, like you unzip and then zip back up. You just unzip it and then it's your VTuber. That's your real form, and then you just step in.
I'm
and zip
just,
yourself
like-
back up.
I've just shoved my flesh form into the USB hole in like Master Chief's helmet, and that's where I live.
Bro.
I'm imagining something very
Talk about
Jujito-esque
USBs on the-
after you
oh,
said
God.
that.
Just a foot sticking out, you know.
Yeah.
It's just constantly making like the Windows disconnected noise at the same time.
No, let's not go back to the Windows noise.
No, we're not doing that again.
Diddle-oo, diddle-oo, diddle-oo.
Oh boy.
Pretty cool.
I'm
What's the one in
seeing
the top right?
Yeah.
Oh, the one on the top right. So this is called Let's Make a Mug 2. So it's 2 seasons. It's finished anime, and it's just the definition of cute girls doing cute things. It follows a group of girls who's part of this like pottery class. And the main protagonist, her mum used to be quite famous in the village for being I guess a well-renowned potter is what they're called.
Potter.
And yeah, it just really.
Do you think they did magical spells?
Potter.
You're a wizard, Harry. I'm a what?
I
I was
Yeah.
trying
What?
not to make the joke, but Speedy.
I know, bro.
You're a fucking wizard, Harry.
You're a... Hey, listen here, Hagrid, you fat oaf. I'm not a
I mean-
fucking wizard.
Think about it, Harry
Oh god,
Potter, isekai. Like, I mean, think about it.
I mean, yeah.
No way, that-
Harry Potter's an isekai.
Just saying.
I like my isekai
Illuminati
over.
confirmed.
Alice in Wonderland is the best in my opinion.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's a solid
Oh.
isekai.
My favorite
But
But in a
isekai.
way,
My favorite isekai is Megamind.
that kind of works.
I've never seen Mega Man. I couldn't say anything.
No, it
Megamind
doesn't,
is one
bro.
of the
What?
Megamind is one of the best isekai ever made.
I feel like I haven't seen Megamind in so
Technically,
long. I've
he is
just seen
added to
the.
another world if you think about it.
So it would be a reverse isekai then.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
Oh,
If you really think
I get
about
what you
it.
mean. I get what you did there. I
Right.
get what you did there, Speedy. I get what you did there.
Yeah.
That's smart. That's
I,
smart.
wait, I'm smart
You
now.
are
What?
the
Oh my god, my
Oh,
brain.
so-
I used my brain!
Once in a lifetime.
Yeah. Still can't pass my GCSEs.
Oh boy.
It is what it
I
is.
feel that. I almost failed biology. I totally get you.
Hooray. I wrote
That's
about
why I read. That's why I read cells at work. That's all the biology I need.
in my chemistry exam, I made I wrote stuff about Chernobyl, but like
Oh, wow.
one of the things was to do with Chernobyl, but like it was I can't remember what it did now. I remember my teacher told me off for it. I said Chernobyl was a very bad event. Meanwhile, the thing is, what happened at Chernobyl?
Me and
did you
Empath
know?
thinking that Chernobyl was maybe bad.
Me, who was thinking
Yeah,
Chernobyl was a Modern
potentially.
Warfare 2 map.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh.
Anyways, Bunko,
So-
please continue before we get off topic again.
Yeah.
Well, I don't have any Chernobyl manga on this list.
Oh, sad.
Sad.
No Girls Lost Tour.
I'm seeing Yuri on
Okay.
Ice.
Oh,
on the
but I
list.
did read that.
I
see,
have also
Yuri
seen
on Ice.
What,
Oh,
what is
Yuri
your
on
take
Ice
on the
is-
cancelled Yuri on Ice movie?
Yeah, they did.
I was so sad. I was really looking forward to the animation style, like really taking off Yuri on Ice, because I feel like the 3D animation would really benefit like the smooth movement of Yuri. So I was kind of disappointed to hear the news, but I feel like it almost makes the anime more special because it's just the one and only. I don't know. I was
True.
sad, but it was also like, oh, maybe they shouldn't be overworked.
What happened,
Maybe that's
consumer?
nice.
I just looked outside and I'm like, is it raining? I've got my washing out.
Oh, and
God,
now
okay.
someone's gonna clip Bunko saying the smooth movement of Yuri out of context.
Ooh.
Oh my god.
It's not raining over here, so that's good.
I'm
Okay.
actually
Consumer, we're
panicking.
good. It's not raining yet.
Bro, bro,
You're like the
we don't live in the
opposite
same
ends of
place. What are you on about?
No, we're next door neighbours, isn't it?
Stop
Just
raining
live
in
on
my
the road.
virtual world if that helps.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Right, I think we're all right.
Okay.
So yeah, what is it about Yuri on Ice that is like as good for you to put it on your 3x3?
I think because I'm not particularly a sports fan, despite being from the UK, where it's like football till I die. That's my impression of like every English
Football
person
sucks.
ever. Yeah, exactly. It sucks. It's just kicking a football around. That's it.
Yeah. Consumer's getting his football stuff out now.
Consumer, don't you support Chelsea?
I support
Yeah.
Chelsea, bro. Take that back.
Well, what team do
I
you
mean,
support
like-
again? I
Like
forgot.
what's the name of Inter and is it with
Consumer, don't tell me you're a Tottenham Hotspurs fan.
No comment.
Tottenham has never won a game. I'm just saying.
I think as a kid I
think-
was a Manchester United fan, and then I was like, "Ooh, anime," and then I just stopped
Liverpool.
watching.
I
For
never
me,
was
for
big
me,
into
it was Liverpool till I started
playing
watching
soccer,
NASCAR.
whatever.
Yeah. Bunko has the right idea. Like, you could just ditch sport and go to anime.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly.
that's the
Why
right
would I
thing.
want to play them when I can watch them instead?
Why would I want to play
what I
football
do.
when I can go home and play Need for Speed?
Exactly.
Why would you want to play Need for Speed when you can actually play a good game?
Or just
Ooh,
drive
it is
an
good.
actual
You can-
car.
Cheese, you're getting me close to make me swim over villain to come and fight you. You can't insult Need for Speed around me. Need for Speed is like my favourite game series.
You're still
Can't wait
welcome
till
to
you
come and
guys
fight
meet
me.
on real life so we can fight each other because literally every episode you guys are like, I'm gonna fight you, I'm gonna fight
We're gonna have a
It's
cage
gonna
fight.
be an easy fight. You like just stretch your arm and it can't reach you.
Oh, for fuck's sake! Not the short. Don't worry. I'll just do my Sonic. I'll just get training from Sonic and do a Sonic Ball into you.
I'd love to see it.
Oh my
I will
God.
activate all of my autism just to fight you. I'll also bring some hair clippers
Okay,
as well, so I can cut. your hair.
let's bring the attention back to Bunko, please, guys.
Sorry, nobody insults Need for Speed.
So she loves to
Exactly.
cook. She loves to eat. What is? I've never even heard of this one.
Oh, so
Middle
she
one.
loves to cook, she loves to eat. Is also a new one that I've read.
Title
It was
sounds
recommended.
relatable.
There's everything I'm reading recently is like a banger. But it was recommended to me by Manga Vtuber, another AniTuber, for an upcoming YouTube video that I want to do. And the spoilers for my upcoming YouTube videos. I feel like it's been like the most grounded like story about a woman's life that I've consumed within manga. Whereas usually women in manga are usually like, oh my god, you see my panties, that's crazy. And
That is an excellent
not real.
depiction of it.
Amazing, amazing.
Oh,
happens, isn't
senpai noticed me in the classroom. You know, it's none of that.
Yeah.
This is just like two single girls who are just like living their single life in Japan and just vibing, and it's great. Like when I was reading this, it just felt like I was having a genuine conversation with my other girlfriends, and it was just really wholesome and really nice. And it just like, it was so good. And then like the cooking aspect as well, because it focuses on one of the characters really loving to cook and the one person really loving to eat, which I'm very related to.
Friendship.
Nice.
Food
and it-
is the best thing
Just
ever.
like me for real.
Oh, dude, some of these panels made me so hungry, and like, because I would read these on like traveling in and to London, it would make me so hungry, and I just couldn't concentrate on anything. Thankfully, it wasn't like in tedious details like Food Wars, but it was still getting into like quite a lot of detail about the food, and I was like, I'm so hungry.
The worst thing
I mean,
is
I'm
being
always-
hungry when you can't get food.
Yeah,
Exactly.
absolutely.
And then
What?
on the TFL,
Some
those trains never
panels-
move.
Bro, some artists like really know how to draw food, especially
Oh,
like in
yeah.
manga.
Anime food and manga food is just
Yeah, it-
awesome.
Do you reckon
it looks delicious.
they get hungry when they're making it?
I
Would
hope
not be
so.
surprised.
Maybe they are hungry when they're making it, and that's why
Yeah.
it's so detailed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like chicken
Yeah,
katsu,
it's-
chicken katsu, rice.
Like they
I'm
drew
bursting.
an omelet on rice, and it looks so good. I feel like I could just like push my head through the page and just eat it like out of the page.
I ate a book page once.
Wait, what?
Why?
I was
Why?
like 5, so yeah, anything was
Okay,
edible.
You
Did
were
you-
trying to,
did you
you were trying
particularly
to
not like that
absorb
page?
the information.
Yeah, that's how you
Imagine if
absorb
that's how it
information. Like,
worked.
eat the book.
Just really like Biff and Chip that much. You just have to eat the book.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
yeah. I think I still have the book somewhere. It's just got like a one page. It's got like a bite mark into it. I'll have to find it if I can ever find it.
Oh god. Then we have an anime movie on your list.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Suzumiya?
Yeah,
Mhm.
Suzume. So,
Ah.
I hadn't watched this for a while. Like, I'd seen it on posters on like the underground to be like, oh, there's this
Yeah.
new anime, you should go watch it. And I'm like, I'll get to it. You know, I'll put it on my list. I'll get around to it. But I ended up watching it a few months ago because I'm part of like this anime club, where we try to watch movies every month. And Suzume came up on like the random generator that we have. Which also is a great way to consume anime. If you don't want to watch it, just put a bunch on like a marble set or like a roulette wheel and just like watch whatever comes up. It's a great way to consume stuff.
Nice.
And yeah, it was so beautiful. The story, the art, the soundtrack as well. That was insane. And I feel like if I watched it alone and not part of this club, I would have just bawled my eyes out. It was the scene with the cat in like the 2/3 bit. I just, oh my god.
Yeah, to keep
That
you
movie
have
is
to
from
keep
the
up
same
facade.
director as Your Name, right?
Makoto
Yeah.
Shinkai, yeah. Makoto Shinkai is a really good director, to be honest. Like, he makes awesome anime films. I haven't seen Suzume myself, but I've seen his other work, and it's really good.
It was the first one of
He
the ones
also
I
did
saw.
30 millimeters per second, right? Or is that another director? You
I
guys know that?
I
Or...
think
But-
that's another one. I'm
What's
fairly certain
the
that's not
one
his.
where like Tokyo floods? I forgot what it's called.
Let me check real quick.
There was Tokyo Underwater or something like that? Or Tokyo 2020. Is that it? I think that's what I'm thinking about.
I think it's
I mean-
2020 is isn't it an anime series?
Yeah, I think it is a series.
Yeah. I'm fairly certain it's an anime series. It's the one with Tokyo floods.
Tomorrow
I know which one
Leaves,
you're meaning.
it's called.
Japan
it's the English
Japan
one.
Sings
Yeah,
2020 is the one.
Yes.
Ah, yeah. I keep.
Yeah, that's a series. It's
Oh,
a
it's a
mini
mini-series,
series.
yeah.
Yep.
I mean, I would
Did you
personally
say-
say that Your Name was.
Wait, why have you got a screwdriver?
Hey,
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I just always
Yeah.
have something in my
Why
hands.
not?
Yeah.
It's like the
Why-
fidget.
You always
Like
have to
the
have
fidget
something
spinner.
in your hands. That's why my hands are down down underneath the camera because I'm just playing with my little letter opener. It is a sword.
Yeah, oh, bro.
Bro, the way that you
There's a
started
blast
that
sword.
phrase was so weird.
If I still had my airsoft guns there, I would just be cocking my 1911.
Oh my
YouTube would ban us for that.
It was multicolored, so it was fine.
Suspicious
It was
movements.
bright orange, so it was fine.
Yeah.
The whole thing bright
there's-
orange.
I was wondering, do you watch a lot of anime films? Because I feel like with anime fans, I feel like most people tend to exclusively watch series, only dabble in if it's like a tie-in.
So I used to watch a lot of anime series. So I used to watch stuff like Full Metal, a lot of Dragon Ball, like I mentioned before, and like Death Note and stuff. And then I realized that I could read stuff instead and like watch it on the go. I mean, read stuff on the go. So I've ended up reading a lot more than I have watched. But
Yeah.
I have really enjoyed using this anime club that I'm a part of as an excuse to watch some of the movies. Though, unless you count like Dragon Ball movies, then I'm like the first one in line to buy a ticket. That's completely different.
Must
And,
be
like,
nice to actually have anime movies in the theaters.
That might be.
It's good. It's not like I mean it's actually a great way to transition. Like there's another one on your list, Slam Dunk one, which is one I actually wanted to see in theaters myself, but I was busy at the time.
When did you like read or watch Slam Dunk?
So, funnily enough, I hadn't consumed any Slam Dunk content before watching this movie. So I hadn't read it, I hadn't watched the series. I knew of it, like I knew they played
Soon as after
basketball,
grabbing
and
that
I knew
one,
there
it
was
was
a
manga.
redhead. But after watching this, I literally sat down and then read the entirety of Slam Dunk. It was so good. But even out of context, I felt like this movie really like was such a good standalone movie. And had all the drama without you having to read like the past like 200 chapters.
Was there also a series of Slam Dunk, or is it just a movie?
Yeah, there is.
Yes.
Yeah, there was a,
Understood.
and I believe there was also another movie a while back. It was like Slam Dunk Movie 1 or something. I can't remember.
Is
At least
this
that's what it
movie
said
not
on the
like
list.
just an adaptation of the manga?
So the movie is the last like 20 chapters of the manga. So I essentially.
Oh, that's so sick.
Is it
So
like a Evangelion moment where the actual ending of the anime is just garbage and then they had to remake it into a movie, or was it intended to be?
They
a
didn't
movie?
actually finish the. They didn't finish the.
Oh,
anime.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So that was the ending. Okay.
How does it? Surely it can't make any sense if you just start in the final match, right? Or the final
they
couple
have like a
matches.
little
in the
bit of
tournament.
backstory, a little bit on like Miyagi, because I know that like he didn't get that much limelight in the manga. So it was almost like following his story into this like final or not final, but I guess final. This final like match. And it sort of gave you like snippets of the other characters without just like throwing them into the deep end if you didn't know who they were.
Yeah.
I don't know, it was just so good. Like the fact that it made me want to go read the rest of the manga, I felt like they did a
Which is
pretty good
great.
job of that. Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
sales.
And now
for
I
the
have
manga-
like now I have like most of it in my collection now.
Sick.
Like sales wise, I think Slam Dunk was like one of the first like sports anime like to do like some pretty like amazing numbers when it was released.
100%.
back in the day.
100%.
Like there's a pretty good video that I don't remember the title right now. I'm gonna send it on the chat when we're done here. That like it tells the story of Takehiro Inoue and how like he.
Oh,
decided
is
to-
it a new one? Is it by Alex? What's
Yeah,
his
I
name?
think it is. I think it is.
Yeah,
But
saw that
it's
one,
pretty
yeah.
cool, bro. And because like Slam Dunk, I haven't read it or watched it yet because first I'm reading Vagabond right now because I want to finish Vagabond before like going to Slam Dunk. But like just reading Vagabond, I can see that like he's a genius, like the guy. So I can't wait to see
100%.
like Slam Dunk because I normally don't like sports anime. So I hope that Slam Dunk is gonna be the thing that's gonna change my point of view on that.
I mean, as a
So-
non-sports fan, I would recommend it.
You have to say that. Why did you have to say that?
I don't like sports anime either, consumer. You know this.
Ah. We don't like sports anime here. We don't like isekai here. We don't like shonen here. What do we like, man? What do we like?
Animated
Yeah,
that's what we
anime.
like.
We like rom-coms.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm all down for
rom-coms.
rom-coms.
Slice of life, seinen, stuff like that. That's
Yeah.
good shit.
But yeah, Slam Dunk is so fucking good, man. So
Mm.
good.
The fact that he spent so long writing it, you can really see like the evolution of like his early work to like the vagabond
Definitely.
quality to the last chapters, and it's like not only is
Definitely.
it an evolution of the characters, but it's also an evolution of the artist, which I thought was a nice little like parallel. I don't know, a nice
100%.
parallel vibe.
One of my favorite things about longer running series is just watching progression through time, whether that be through art or like storytelling. Like even like watching One Piece, one of my favorite things is to see like how Oda sort of develops in his character writing.
Yeah.
Everything's like really like simple at the start of One Piece. Like characters have very like basic surface level motivations, but by the time you reach the post time skip and like Dressrosa and stuff, like you get characters like Dofi, for example,
Yeah.
who are really deeply well layered characters. So it's
they
really
just-
satisfying as a reader to see that
I
stuff.
would disagree because there is a surprising amount of depth in the characters early on. It's just like it's
not the Straw Hats, bro.
It's not super obvious. I was watching. I can't remember who it is, but it's a guy who is a English professor who started reading One Piece and doing like a really deep dive.
Yeah, I know.
And there is a surprising amount of stuff you can find in there.
Mhm.
I mean, I would have never noticed any of
There's
that.
the
I'd
thing-
just
there's
say,
that
I'm,
thing of,
I'm
like,
totally
Luffy
stealing
is,
someone else's thing.
Luffy is a freedom fighter as well. There's that. I've
Yeah.
heard.
Bro, you know, if you want to just watch my video on it, bro, I have a video on it. Just watch it. Just
Yeah.
save you all the
You
time.
made a video about this.
Yeah,
But
he
yeah,
did.
yeah,
He
bro.
did.
I watched your
But yeah, the whole, like-
oh yeah, you
go
did.
re-edit that video, bro.
The whole like long running anime manga thing is it's really cool to see like the product grow with the audience as well as the author growing up. Like it's cool. It's really cool.
Definitely.
True.
When will
Especially
One
if you
Piece
think about
end?
things like that, like people like in the 90s,
5
like,
years
were,
maybe.
like teenagers reading One Piece, and right now like they're like what, reaching
I mean,
40.
I always think
something.
about it like I'm almost essentially the same age as Oda. Like Oda was 22 when he started, or not 22, 22, 24, something like that when he started One Piece, and he's fastly approaching 50. I think
Yeah.
very quickly approaching 50, somewhere around there. So. just
So
something
what
to
you're
have.
saying is that you are the new Oda.
You're gonna create the next One Piece. That's what you're saying.
Yep. There we go.
Maybe.
Oda is
Maybe.
49 right
Consumer, the creator of Two Piece.
Bro, I will be there.
now. Consumer would make something like Iron Brew the anime.
Ooh.
Iron Brew the anime.
I'd create the most boring story you've ever seen, bro.
It'd be like one
I
of
feeling
those,
you would
like,
probably
artsy
do
shit.
an
It'd be like one of
a
those
good
really
like story
artsy
if you ever
ones.
did like a
probably
manga or
would.
something.
Something up. That's pretty cool though. What do you have after Slam Dunk?
I don't recognize that one either.
Okay, so this is like a really, really niche one. I have no idea where I found this. But
Wait, I think
This-
I recognise that from somewhere.
this also has like a really long, stupid name.
Oh.
So it's like one of
Consumer
those.
loves those.
So it's called Girlfriend Who Absolutely Doesn't Want to Take a Bath versus Boyfriend Who
Oh.
Absolutely Wants Her to Take a Bath.
Yes, I read that after I watched your video. I actually
Yes,
read a
this
bit of
is
it.
like one of like the most underrated romance mangas ever, and like I can't get enough of it. It's so
It's
incredibly
quite good.
wholesome.
Girlfriend.
And like even though the name alludes to like lewd stuff, there's like no lewdness whatsoever. It's just wholesome boyfriend trying to get girlfriend in the bath using like various tactics of like
Basically,
I've got like a
girl
board game that we can play.
You're the Reddit user, man.
Trying to
Yeah,
bathe a
I was
cat,
gonna say
like-
that. I was gonna say that. Oh,
But like I feel like after every chapter I was like smiling from ear to ear, and I was like, the inner weeb in me is like, yeah, maybe I should take a bath more regularly.
Oh, the cheap
Very
weed
clever.
jokes.
Mhm.
good.
But it was
No,
really
but-
cute the way they were like, oh, let's make cocktails in the bath and let's like play tic-tac-toe in the bath, but you have to get in the bath to play them. Or like one of them was like, I'll like kill your toy, like kill your plushie if like you don't get in the bath, and it was like you do like a rescue mission into the bath to actually save it and stuff, and it was just so cute.
That was quite nice.
It's like that episode of SpongeBob when Gary doesn't want to take a bath.
Essentially, but just in the human boyfriend and girlfriend form.
Oh man, you kid, shut up.
Oh god.
Ugh,
Oh god.
yeah.
The
Yeah,
children
but I do
again.
like stories that are like that. You know, they don't have like a. I like reading mangas like that. Like there's this one that I am reading right now. Wait, hold on. Let me check the name. I think you might enjoy it, Bunko. It's called. Fuck. Hold on.
Is
It's
it
called
Mr.
Fuck.
Paperback Kun is in love? Because I read that.
No, he's. Fuck. Oh, he's. Please go home, Akutsu-san. So basically, it's about this Gyaru girl who starts to hang out on like the house of the main character, and then like they do like the classic like anime slice of life tropes. They slowly,
I've seen this one.
That's pretty.
It's
getting pretty popular. It's,
For some
I think it's
reason, I
getting
thought you were
serialized.
Never heard
gonna.
of it.
I thought you were gonna mention the one where that guy's house becomes like a whole like a spot for gyarus to hang out.
No, wait.
Which also has a
that's,
canonical
that's
hentai
a
with it as well.
hentai.
That's a hentai.
No, there is a hentai.
That's
There is the hentai of it. There's also like an actual normal one of it as well. But they're both
Yeah,
like the
basically
same.
they did the hentai
intertwined.
first, and then they did like the anime.
Yeah.
I mean, some of the art
That
in
is
the
weird.
Sound
That is
for
weird.
quick Google
is.
is very a bit raunchy.
No, but this one,
dear.
there's no much like focus on the lewd stuff. Of course, there's a little bit of that, but it's mostly like about both of them like being, oh, does he likes me or does she likes me and stuff like that. That's pretty cool.
That sounds like weirdly that reminds me of Nagatoro.
Yes, it is. It is pretty much on the same level as Nagatoro, Uzaki-chan. So I believe that like we're gonna probably get an anime about it like in 2026 or something like that.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, we're now getting a lot of like this weird rom-com Gyaru stuff as anime, so.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
kinda
like Kaido
a weird thing.
gals.
Yes.
I don't know how to feel about gyros. I feel like I used to hang out with them too much as a kid, so I'm just like, I'm so overseeing them and things I like
Yeah.
now.
Well, not consume anime is our Gyaru connoisseur, so he's with all the good recommendations.
I am the Gyaru man.
But what is your last one? I don't recognize that like at all.
I'm really excited. I like the profile picture. It looks
it
cool.
looks
So-
cool.
Is that a motorbike?
It is a
space.
motorbike in space.
Oh yeah.
That's
This
giving me
is-
some like serious Cowboy Bebop vibes. That picture.
Oh, it's basically this. So like, it's called Sazan and Comic Girl, and it's a finished manga. It's literally just one physical book, which is really nice.
Okay.
And it's really honing on that like 80s manga like watercolor aesthetic, even though it was released quite
Oh.
recently. And the way I described it, because it was in one of my videos of like just 5 random manga to read, and I described it as Uncharted, like the video game series, but in space.
Oh, well, that's cool.
So like imagine like your sort of what are they called? Like it's like your Nathan Drakes or like your Cowboy Bebops,
Adventure?
getting up to mischief. Yeah, it's like adventure, but a bit of comedy, but also like maybe a little bit of romance. Who knows?
Is it full color, by the way?
It's full color. Like even the
Ooh,
book's
wow.
full color, and it's really good. It has a good like beginning, middle, and end. It's super solid. Oh,
It's finished.
just-
Oh,
It's finished, yeah. And because it's like a watercolor aesthetic, there's something about watercolors. I'm just always drawn to them. Like even when I used to like try and do art, that's the only medium I would actually use.
really cool. Yeah, I
But
think
yeah,
I'm gonna
Sazan
add
and
it.
Comic Girl is very good. I love like going on AniList and then just searching for like finish that aren't on my like planning list. And this one just happened to come up in like comedy and romance. And when I read it, I was like, I need to have this in my collection. I don't care if I have to pay like a ridiculous amount on eBay to get this. It's coming into my collection.
It's worth it.
Yeah, it looks really interesting.
It does look cool.
But
I've got a few others like that in my collection, but they're not as wholesome.
By the way, Bunko, I did want to mention, like, I like your method of finding new shows. Like, you either like randomize it, or you have like your anime club. That's kind of nice, you know, because it's a way like to. Because sometimes when let's say you just have lists of shows that you want to watch, sometimes you kind of forget about it. You say, I'm just gonna watch that later, or something like that. But then in this way, it kind of forces you to, you know, maybe read something that you would normally that you wouldn't read, but then you find like something like this manga here that it, like seems beautiful, like just from like this small bit of the art that we're seeing right now.
Yeah, I don't know. There's something about like finding the smaller, lesser known manga and anime and just like bringing that to life, or like getting like using this platform as a way to like get more eyes on it. I love doing that.
Definitely.
That's why I also kind of wanted to make my AniTuber YouTube account. Is because like some of the stuff that I know that I read aren't really mentioned in many AniTuber recommendations. So I was like, well, you know, if someone's gonna put a limelight to them, why not it be me? And like, I don't want to like sit here and be like, I'm the hero of indie mangas. But
Eventually you will be.
But I am the hero of indie
That-
manga.
Well, I
the
mean,
Yoda
yeah, I'm
quote,
not
you will be.
But like you also see like hundreds of videos of people going over Chainsaw Man and Bleach and stuff, and I'm like, I get it. They're gonna fight each other at some point. But like with this, it's like you never know what's gonna happen because the author's probably unknown. This is probably their only work, and it's like you get a genuine like
A little bit
original
more
IP.
Same.
Yeah, it's like playing like an indie game like Stray or like I'm only gonna list cat games because they're the only things that come to my head. But Little Kitty Big City, for example, like you get such like interesting stories in comparison to like playing something like, I don't know,
it's
Need
like
for
finding
Speed.
treasure in a way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a
Ignoring
good
that.
metaphor for it,
No,
yeah.
it's fine. He didn't
What?
hear it. He didn't hear it. Don't worry about it.
Wait.
Speed is just ignoring that remark.
He
There we
didn't hear
go.
it. Exactly. Don't worry
He'll
about
see,
it.
Well, I
he'll see
heard
it in the
Speed.
edit. It'll be fine.
I heard speed. What happened?
Nothing.
Exactly. It's fine.
Damn it.
You're gonna say it when you edit the podcast.
Yep.
Oh.
He won't see it. It's
Two
fine.
seconds.
Oh boy.
I was gonna say it's like
Yeah,
searching
I
for
think-
treasure.
Yeah, it's like finding. It's like everyone is so focused on like finding like the one piece as you would, whereas
Yeah.
like there's always like fun little adventures and gems along the way that I feel like people just like miss because they're so blindsided by like the big treasure. And I'd much rather focus on like the beauty of the little things, you know. And you know,
Very
I also don't like being a part of the hype. You know, that's
Yeah.
why like I waited until Masho had like finished the hype to read it, and like same with Demon Slayer, even though it's still quite hype. I waited until the manga was finished to read it.
Yes.
And Jujutsu Kaisen, I sort of dropped because the fan base was kind of ruining it for me.
Yeah,
But I do want to get back to it.
Fun days. It's pretty
Yeah.
unique to say the least.
Jujutsu Kaisen and My Hero are probably the worst
Ah,
online
My
fan
Hero is the
bases.
worst.
Yeah, My Hero is awful.
Yeah.
Like, I've done the occasional cosplay of My Hero, but that was just to like make fun of the characters. Like, maybe you put them in a few maid dresses. Who knows?
See what happens then, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And like, even My Hero fans know they're the most toxic fan base. So
Oh yeah.
there's no point in me saying that they are, because they already know they are.
Yeah.
Yeah, and yet the self-awareness does not bring any remedy for the rest of us.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I really liked what you said there. Like, I think it resonated with me a little bit because, like, I've been trying to think a lot about what I want to sort of do with my channel, and I think it's sort of something along those lines as well. Not necessarily to like bring spotlight just to like really small series, but sort of around like what are ways to like bring attention to series that I feel like people should be talking about more.
Yes.
So like I've been doing this like one where like I'm reading all of like comics from like the guy who made like Scott Pilgrim, for example. So I think it's kind of a shame that like his other stuff doesn't get like highlighted as much. I think along those same lines, I think like more sort of like recommendation-y videos like that is kind of like stuff I want to do. I think we're also in like a good space as like sort of smaller YouTubers where like I feel like if you stick to like something that's really niche like that, then people who are sort of looking for that content will like really like love it, you know, rather than you just
Yeah.
be another throwaway.
When I did
Yes,
a bunch
you
of
said,
the
like, big
car
channel,
manga
whatever.
videos, my channel kind of exploded because a lot of those car mangas are like very much in the car racing niche, and people
Yeah.
loved it. So yeah, I ended up getting quite a bit of a boost with that.
I think it's really
Yeah, like-
cool to find little gaps like that. Like, what are people sort of like looking for or want that like no one's really sort of like doing at the moment?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I made a video on my channel recently, which I hope continues into a series, in which I found this like random one-shot generator. And I just like click random, but turn off not safe for work because it's hard to like showcase a one-shot
Yeah, especially with
if
one
it's just
shot.
got boobs
yeah.
on the front cover.
Yeah.
But I just read like 20 random ones, and I'm just like, oh, you know, this is my rating. These are like the genre that it's in. You feel free to watch it because it's like, oh, feel free to read it because it's only like a couple of pages long. So it's really not like much of your time, and the amount of time you can read 20 one-shots is the same amount of time you can read like 2 pages of Attack on Titan.
A good point, yeah.
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 Not to say that Attack on Titan is bad, but it's just, you know, just
Right.
gotta refresh the
It's not.
palate, you know, cleanse it.
It's
No,
a bit
but-
overhyped.
Yeah.
I think it's quite good.
Only by this much. It's only
Yeah.
this much overhyped. You know, only that much.
You can freely say if you don't like Attack on Titan in this company.
I think I watched up to like season 4, and I was like, I get it. He's edgy. Like, what else?
He's a cool guy.
Is that a cat?
Oh my yes.
Oh my
Speedy-
God.
No, Speedy,
Tell me the name. Tell me when their
She's the cat
birthday
man.
is. Tell me
He's the
everything.
cat guy.
There we go.
What is
He's
the
a big
cat's
he's a big boy. His name is Sut. We have a black one called Pitch as well. He's a Scottish straight and he's a very big boy.
name? Oh.
Good guy.
All hail to the cat.
Oh,
Yeah.
cat.
They've got a cat cafe in town that I've been meaning to check out for forever.
Oh, same. We got a cat. We got a cat
So-
cafe in town as well.
Cat cafes
Yeah,
are
really
fantastic.
cool.
I would
Yeah.
highly recommend, especially if
don't
they have
have
a
a cat
kitten
cafe.
program.
Yeah,
The
I don't
sad
have a
bit-
cat cafe either.
The sad thing is, I can't go to a cat cafe because I'm allergic.
Just take some antihistamines, you'll be fine.
No, I
Popping them in before you go.
had a bit of an
Just
asthma
die.
attack
Oh,
last
God.
time. No,
Die
it's
for the
I,
cats.
asthma allergies do be kind of funky sometimes.
Yeah,
Sometimes you just gotta affirm it, you know? Sometimes
bad
you just
time of
gotta
the year
affirm
to
it.
keep
Some-
a cat in your lap because
some-
they're both changing fur.
Some cats and some dogs. So yeah, like even some dogs I can't go
Dogs
around. I
too.
love dogs. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
You could always get like a hairless cat, like Kim Possible did with her hairless mole rat, I
I
believe.
don't think I'll have
Oh,
hairless
Rufus.
cats.
That's it.
Hairless
Yeah,
cats
probably.
still give you allergy though. It's not the hair. It's mostly the saliva.
Oh, that's
I
fine.
knew
Yeah.
that.
I'm allergic to
Even though they're
something.
very
I'm allergic
ugly.
to something in the fur of the cats. I
It's
believe.
usually the saliva because they clean themselves with their tongue. It's
Oh.
like that is the most allergenic part of a cat usually.
Yeah, I don't think saliva is it. I think it's for me. It's just fur, like the actual fur, like fur. I can't remember what the doctor said to me, but it's because it's the same thing with dogs as well. Just allergic to the fur. Because one dog in my family is a big Saint Bernard and it's very fluffy. Whenever I go around it, I feel like I'm suffocating. Also because
probably
he's
something
Oh
like
god,
that.
only a
he's-
minor
it's
issue then.
also because he's
Only a
massive, and when he leans on you, he puts his whole weight on you, so you nearly fall over.
Bro, that's
Sharon
more reason to go to the gym, bro.
It's
But-
worth
How can you
it. It's worth
how
it.
can you lose a 1v1
But-
to your dog, man?
Yeah.
The dog is 80, like he's like very fat. He's like massive, and he's like
Bro, you can't be losing a 1v1
he's
to
like
your dog.
up to my waist. Or
Yeah,
even
you
higher
can't
than
lose the
that.
one with
Smaller than you as well? Come
Oh,
on, bro.
boy.
Have you seen
need
the
to get
same?
back on the
Have you seen
You
how
gotta
big
let
Saint
him
Bernards
win
are?
to build character. That's what
Yeah.
you. What
Have
you
you seen how big Saint Bernards are? They're massive. I'll just show you.
Perhaps.
This is not my dog. It's
God.
my cousin's dog. But
Oh, man.
no, let
This
me.
guy losing to a dog.
The dog is too cute though. That's why.
Right.
Let me.
Excuses.
This is a picture of.
Inukai is
guy.
also losing to a dog. If you guys
Yep,
really feel
that is true.
Oh.
Oh my god. Here you go. That's
I never
that's
want to
what-
hear the word Inukai again.
Oh no.
Oh god damn it!
This is
that video broke me.
yeah. That video
Very
that
cool.
video broke me too. Already at a time I was already broken enough.
Oh god.
I think I've watched this video and I'm so kind of glad I haven't.
It's My Life as Inukai-san's Dog is the name of the anime
okay.
we reviewed.
Oh, is this the one where like the guy turns into a dog
Yeah.
and like,
Yes.
but it's the crush his crush's dog or something, and then he's like,
Yeah.
oh, what a shame.
Yeah.
Yep.
Look how big that dog is
Oh,
compared to that person.
That's a big boy.
That's,
bro,
how,
I
that's
just-
how big the
bro.
dog is. That's how
The
big.
guy's just, it's just a small
cousin's
guy.
dog
That guy's just 4'5".
Yeah.
No, he's
Yeah.
6.
Yeah.
It says in the picture that he's 6 foot something.
That guy's like that guy's super short, like 5'8" or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Damn.
And then there's me in the
These
corner that's
guys-
5'4".
Bro, I'm being
He's labeled as short.
I'm small and apparently addicted to hentai. What is this? I'm
Yep.
being bullied.
Factually correct.
I'm not addicted to hentai. I haven't watched it in 48 hours.
Oddly specific, but
Numbers.
okay.
Yeah.
Do you know the seconds on that?
You are in a safe zone here. You are in a safe zone.
As of right now, 56 seconds.
You'll just get
48
roasted by
hours,
the comment,
25
it'll be
minutes,
fine.
and 56 seconds.
God damn it. But who's counting? You know who's counting?
Yeah,
Yeah,
who's
who's
counting? Nobody's
counting?
counting. I got to watch them prepare for reviews now, so yeah. At least I got
It's
an
not like
excuse.
some of-
I do believe
So
that
like I
is
have like
most of our questions for Bunko, unless someone
I
has
do have
something.
one
I
question.
actually do
You'll
have
allow
a
me.
last
Okay.
question.
there's so many questions. Oh my goodness, I feel so special.
You want to go first?
I mean, you are our
Consumer?
first guest, so yeah, we have to be nice.
For now.
For once.
We can't just threaten murder just yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fine. You can't reach me in my digital space anyway.
Me when
Then
me
we-
when I- me
Then
when I
we're gonna
cut the
turn
power
ourselves
to
into VTubers
me,
just
me,
for that.
me
Oh,
when
God.
I cut the power to the VTuber's house.
No.
You wanna go first, Consumer, with your question, or
Yeah, sure. Why not? I wanted to ask this like at the start because you sort of talked about like separating your work life from YouTube life. How do you find balancing the two? Because I can't think of that many people I know who are sort of doing both.
So I feel like it can be a little bit difficult sometimes. So when I first made this channel, I had the ambition to have like a monthly upload. And after 4 videos, I was like, that's a lot of work. I'm not going to do that.
Yeah.
So I've sort of put my mind in a state where I'm like, I'll upload the videos when I can. So this way I'm not rushing any content. So I can upload stuff that I'm happy with. Even if it may take a couple of months, it just means that I'm happy with the content that I am putting out there. And yeah, it can be a little bit hard, especially like after a really long day at my mysterious work. Coming home and just being like, oh, I just don't want to look at anything. I just want
Yeah,
to take a nap,
100%.
eat some food, and just veg.
Pizza time.
I guess also when
Yes.
you started the channel, you had a job already, right?
Yeah, and I still do. So I'm just a VTuber by night, and worker by day.
So you are literally.
Or was it
Batman.
daunting? I guess then.
Yeah.
What, thinking of starting a YouTube channel or whatever when you've already got a job.
It's a little bit daunting, just because like there may be the potential of one day someone walking up to me and be like, I swear I recognize your voice from somewhere, and I'm like, nope.
Yeah.
You don't know who I am.
no?
That's why I use a different. That's why I use a different voice on YouTube.
Exactly. Maybe I just cranked the posh accent up to 12 when I'm in my VTuber
No,
form.
tally
You just
ho.
never know.
Tally ho, chaps!
Tally ho.
Tis I,
Maybe
your
when I'm-
favourite anime manga YouTuber.
Let me articulate my feelings and my
We are
personification.
reviewing My Life as Iniko-san's Dog in this episode.
One must speak the Queen's English. Except it's a king now, but you know.
Ah,
Oh
well.
my god.
Who's counting?
Yeah. Who needs them?
But yeah, I
Um,
think it's a thing that people don't really talk about that much, and I think like it's quite interesting because I feel like the vibe I sort of get I'm sort of looking at like anime-tubers and whatnot is a lot of them seem to like be in uni when they start. It feels sort of like a uni thing, like people just do it like when they have that spare time. So it's interesting to hear like I guess the experience of someone who doesn't really and what's like for them, because like I'm at like in my last 2-ish years of uni now, and like I know like when I'm done I'm like sort of how's this gonna affect like what I do? Am I still gonna be able to do it? And I don't know, it's nice I guess to hear that there's someone who is doing it.
Yeah, I mean, like, I've gone into this with the mentality of, like, I never want to, like, burn myself out with both work and content. So that's why I want to make this more into, like, a fun thing that I do rather than, like, a scheduled thing in my schedule, basically.
Yeah.
And I want to make sure I still have fun with it, because I feel like as soon as I start pushing myself and getting frustrated with not pushing stuff on a schedule, that's when it no longer becomes fun. Or at least for me, anyway. And I feel like if I keep to that mentality, then I don't have to worry about like stressing myself out and then maybe accidentally bringing those feelings into my work life and then having that like unfortunate cycle.
Yeah, definitely.
I totally get that. Like,
Burnout
I think it's probably the worst thing to do. Like start YouTube as like this is gonna be my job now.
Yeah.
Like, you need to enjoy what you're doing. Like start it as a
That's-
hobby and have fun with it.
The problem is that's the mistake I've been making.
Yep. Like
Yeah, like
go
oh
on.
sorry.
Go on, Bunko.
Like if I had the opportunity for this to become a full-time job, then I would probably take this over like the career that I currently have, just because I have a lot more fun in this. Because like for like ages ago, I did try a YouTube channel before.
Ooh. What was
Yeah,
it about?
it's
tell us.
all gone now. It is all gone.
Tell us.
Um,
We already talked about our
Reduced to
horrifying
atoms.
reduced to atoms.
Okay, if I do have to spill the beans, I did become very inspired by Jessica Negri, and try and do like a lot of cosplay videos, but not to the extent of her like OnlyFans, but like actual like cosplay. And like I don't know, I enjoyed the idea of like making these crafting videos and like putting together these elaborate pieces to then go to Comic-Con and be like, this is me in my outfit at Comic-Con. These are the things that broke. This is the things I could have done better. I don't know, I had a lot of time, a lot of fun just like making those videos. And then I ran into the issue of like, oh no, now I have to make myself presentable for every single one of these videos. And oh look, I also have college, so it turns out I can't do both.
Can I ask a related question before Anime asks his question? Because I am in the position where I'm probably going to make my very first cosplay, hopefully this year. Would you? What would you be? Your
let's
tips
go.
to an inspiring cosplayer?
What cosplay are you planning on doing?
Something very simple, like what I'm
Wish
kind of
it,
thinking is
movies.
doing King Bradley from Full Metal Alchemist.
Ooh, okay. I
Ooh.
like.
What are my advice? I think similar to YouTube in the sense of just have fun with it. Even if it's not accurate, just play into that. Like I've done costumes before. I've done Roadhog before, and obviously I'm not a burly man. If you couldn't tell. But I still had fun with it, and I took like inspirations here and there, and sort of like gave it my own twists, and just walked around and just had fun with it, and walked up to other people who were maybe dressed as similar characters or had like similar franchise, and went, "Hey, do you mind if I take a picture?" You know, just like I don't know, just have fun, and like if it's not 100% accurate, don't focus on it. Just yeah. Because like on the day it will probably get damaged anyway. Like I had like 5 things break on like a Roadhog piece, and I was like, fuck it.
Oh god, when things break on a cosplay, that's not fun.
That's why you always bring some glue with you when you do those stuff.
When I did a
that is a good point.
I did a cosplay.
I used to do some cosplays as well, but
Everyone's just a secret.
I
actually wasn't.
I did a cosplay for Connor from Detroit Become Human because the light thing came off and also my pants ripped.
Oh dear, mine are itchy.
Okay, thankfully it was just the knee, but like then that was ripped. So yeah, I just played along with
that's
it.
the moment when you don't specify, you just let the audience guess.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
You need to let the audience guess.
Oh yeah, the next one I wanted to do after that was Mortal Kombat 11 Scorpion, which
Seems like quite a hard one to do though.
The 2 things that were wrong. Number 1, he's a demon, so I wanted to get contact lenses, so like grey ones that go.
You have to go to hell first.
Yeah, I'd have to have my whole family and clan killed in front of my eyes. I'd have to die by an ice demon, get reincarnated by some guy who says he wants you to kill. He's going to tell you he's going to kill the guy for you, when that guy who killed you was actually the guy who killed you.
Yeah.
It's pretty straightforward.
So yeah,
Speedy's
very
in England,
straightforward.
so he's already in hell, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Well, thankfully, I'm not in Birmingham, which is like hell, but even worse.
Oh god.
Shout
out to Birmingham.
Shout out to Birmingham, but yeah. I really wanted to do Scorpion as a cosplay, but also I was a skinny little Indian boy, so yeah. And if you look at Scorpion, he's quite buff, so I'm still working on that second part, but also trying to make the costume is a little bit difficult.
Yeah.
So yeah.
No, it is. It takes a lot of time.
I did want to do another,
and patience. A lot of that.
Yeah. I'm just gonna do the very simple King Bradley with the black T-shirt and blue pants.
I did want to do another Connor one again, but I just tried on the thing now. I seem to have outgrown it from doing gym.
Okay.
Yeah.
Idea. When we eventually meet up and let's say we're all like big YouTubers, let's meet at a convention in cosplay and let's try to find each other in cosplay. You know, like a kind of hide and seek.
I'll just go with Ghost from Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 then.
Yeah.
You would never be able to find me because I'll just have my face covered. I just won't talk.
I'm gonna have to go to everyone and unmask them.
Speedy's gonna go as quiet from the new Metal Gear.
Or we'll all just dress as Spider-Man, and then we'll just point to
do the point.
Yeah.
Oh god.
That
was actually my first cosplay. Not gonna lie.
Spider-Man.
To be fair, Spider-Man is a good one.
Yeah.
I'll just walk around going Fope.
God. I think it started to rain where consumers. I think he had to run to get his laundry.
Yeah, I'm just gonna get my question then, and then we can. We're gonna let you go. We're gonna let
Yeah,
you go.
because it's also
Bunko.
getting
should
quite
le-
late here. And I
We
have to go
should
soon.
probably wait for Consumer to come back as well.
Yeah,
before
I'm
we
gonna
fully
wait for
finish
him.
it.
I'm gonna wait for him.
Yeah.
And that's the perfect time to talk about the sponsor of this video. We don't have a sponsor. So
Yeah, nobody sponsors
if
us.
you guys
so
want to
please.
sponsor this episode, please let us know.
Please
Yeah.
use my sponsor link that I'll throw somewhere so I get all the money. Thanks, Kay.
Yes.
You gotta split it with us, you know.
Nah,
could-
it's my own sponsor link.
All right.
Sad times. We guys give us money. We want to buy manga, and
Yes.
we want to afford a studio in Japan.
Oh, go to
Really?
Forbidden Planet. There's always a 3 for 2 offer. It's Forbidden Planet is like my kryptonite.
Yeah.
Speedy, you need a degree to move to Japan.
Oh,
Oh,
I forgot about that part.
Yeah.
Oh well, I have
That's just
alternative
a little
methods.
detail. That's just
Yeah,
I'm gonna
I-
high five Consumer with our degrees. Quachara.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to actually finish this course then. Shit, I need to actually finish off my work. I've still got like 2 assignments that I'm doing
I
this
need to
week.
turn into a
Yeah.
master's dissertation soon. Oh god.
I gotta do.
Ooh.
That's gonna be amazing to do.
I'm starting uni pretty soon, boys. So
Yeah.
What I gonna study animate?
I'm thinking about English, like literature, because I want to be able to learn how to speak English properly. So
Yo,
Come join the
anime-
dark side of linguistics with me.
Animates,
Yeah.
come and study in the UK.
yeah, I would love that. I would
Yeah,
love that.
we can
honestly.
finally
That
form
would
our
be-
metal band.
Yeah.
Yay! It's a
What, that's like My Chemical Romance?
We're gonna do something like
Yeah.
that, but with isekai anime.
I got your picture. I'm coming with you. We're going to another world. We're gonna get isekai. We're gonna die by truck and get depressed.
No,
Who's
but
going to be
jokes
carried away in
aside,
this situation?
jokes aside, My Chemical Romance is an incredible band, boys. You
Yeah,
need to
that's
check
true.
it
Have
out.
you heard about the thing
Yeah.
where, like, because of a certain tower
Yes,
incident,
yes, yeah.
like,
I know the
exists?
story, I know.
Yeah.
There's something about putting teenagers on. I just want to like jump on my desk and just scream
Yeah.
to the top of my lungs.
For real. That's me when Helena hits. When they play Helena, bro.
It's good that I can't do that because my desk would break because I'm too fucking heavy.
Me whenever like
Same here. Same here.
me when I listen to Sabaton, just yeah.
Still, the
Perfect.
greatest experience is riding in a tank listening to Sabaton.
Yeah. Did you wait? Did you actually do that?
Of course we did.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I've always wanted to go in a tank.
Hey, say if I come to
It's
Finland,
fun.
can we do that? Jeez.
I've seen tanks in
Uh,
real life. Those are pretty sick.
Yeah,
I
they
used
are
to
very
command
cool.
one.
Mm.
Ooh, Consumer is back.
Consumer has
Go,
returned.
Is your
How's the
laundry safe?
Yeah,
Good.
to dry. All good.
So yeah, well, we were waiting for you, Consumer, for the last question. So since you're here now, I'm just gonna get it done. Bunko, we I think on our second episode, we kind of talked about our future goals with YouTube and stuff like that. And I know that you kind of bonded a little bit with the answer that you gave Consumer. But let's say if you would have to give yourself a goal for let's say the end of this year with your YouTube channel, what would that be?
Well, funny enough, at the beginning of this year, or at least every year, I try to write down some achievable goals.
Yes.
And one of them was to have a YouTube video hit 1,000 views. And I was very grateful for the fact that my underrated romance manga did that. I was very over the moon. I was like, I wasn't expecting this for at least 2 years. And then another one was to reach 100 subs. And thankfully, because of the engagement with the video, I'm almost at 200, which is pretty cool.
Nice.
You know, I'm very happy. I was like,
Bro, 198
that's
now.
crazy.
That's cool.
Oh,
you're
you.
gonna get to 1K in no time.
I got 3 channels. Don't worry, I'll get you there. I'll get you there right
I've
now.
got like
So
20.
everybody
I got 27 channels. I can do something.
Everybody go subscribe to Bunko. Go watch
all of
his stuff.
all of our 5 viewers, please go subscribe to Bunko channel.
Oh, stop it.
Yes.
No, I don't know. I guess my goal is to just maintain the fun that I'm having. And one of the goals actually was to collaborate with another content creator, and it was because of the video I did it with Speedy's video that I managed to achieve that as well,
That's
which was
cool.
really cool.
You guys had fun voice acting job, and Speedy had me talk about the history of porn in Japan.
Yeah. Jeez, unfortunately, I hate to say this to you, but actually, yeah, I enjoy saying this to you. You're really boring.
Yeah,
Bro.
I would have loved to do the porn
Cheese,
part
you
of the
can't
video,
let me
you
get
know.
away
But,
with
you know,
that, man.
unfortunately, I do have like
Cheese has a
an
very
amazing voice for this
Cheese has a very serious "I will kill you" vibe. So yeah.
there you go, Bunko. You're at 201 subs now on YouTube.
Oh my god, I get to celebrate with people. That's crazy.
Come on, get the 200 sub special out.
To be fair, I was going to do muscle mummies at 100, but because I went past it so quickly, I was like, maybe I should do it at a different milestone.
We need a muscle mummy video from Bunko Bun.
We need it
Oh,
now.
I've already got them listed. It's just a case of writing the script.
Let's go.
Get it
I
done.
can't give it away, otherwise it's a spoiler.
Get her done.
Do all
no-
the shilling for our channel. Do it now.
Do it now.
Just know
Do
that
it now.
plus-sized elf is going to feature a lot on that video.
Do it now.
Isn't there's an anime coming out for plus size?
Yes, and I am
Yes.
so fucking excited. I can't wait.
Elf one.
Same. This
I'm
is the
just
year
super
of the elf
excited.
boys.
Yeah, I'm just super excited for the second season of Grand Blue. If you like elves, Bunko, have you seen Frieren?
I haven't, but I've known that it's like an emotional experience to go through, and I do kind of want to watch it, but or read it, but I want to wait till it's finished. I had
It
this
is
like
very
weird
good.
thing where like I only read finished stuff because I'm worried that I'm gonna just like have too many ongoing things at the same time. Like I'm already reading One Piece, and I feel like that just like takes over everything that's currently ongoing for me.
Yeah, didn't
Yeah.
Oda say that One Piece is like 2/3 of the way done now?
It's more than 2/3. We're almost at the end. It's
Ooh, I've got a
no
new
more than 7
I
years.
should probably
max
get into it now.
Guys, I just
I
got a
have
new
a-
subscriber.
into One Piece.
Ooh, congrats!
Oda has said that there's 5 to
804,
6
let's
years
go.
of One Piece left. There we go.
Nice, perfect. There's plenty
Yeah.
of time to catch up with the anime.
Yeah.
I do have like a hack for reading One Piece as well. Because there's a lot of it, I've sort of had this like Google Doc open and I write down my thoughts as I'm reading the chapters to say like, oh, I think I remember reading about Zoro back in chapter 2. I'm going to refer back to my notes so I
nice.
can
Oh,
like,
that's cool.
Nice.
yeah,
Yeah.
because like when I go back to it, because I've taken like a few months break from it just because I've been reading so much other like finished stuff. I can go back and be like, so this was my exact thought before I paused
Oh,
it.
that's cool. That's kind of what I'm doing currently with One Piece because I'm like working on a big 3 video. There's just so much to remember. It's impossible if you don't keep notes.
I'm
Plus,
Read it.
I love
Read
I love
it.
hating on Usopp as well because he sucks.
Usopp is the
sucks.
greatest
Oh,
character of
he
all
sucks.
time.
I hate him. He's so
He's
pointless.
God Usopp.
I've just begun
Even-
my like big Goals and Panzer video where I make find every single historical reference. I just started reading the manga of it last night just to see how much stuff is in there, and like I'm really daunted because like the first page has really got like 5 bits of it. So
We can,
I think
we
I'm
can hear
starting to regret
Speedy's
myself.
neighbors kids in the background every now.
Yeah, I want to move.
Everybody, it should be mandatory on YouTube for everyone to make at least an 1 hour long video, man. It'll change your
Yeah.
life, bro.
I don't want
Just
to
the
do
time
it.
to
I
edit
also
that.
I
want
can
to-
barely do a 20-minute video. I don't know how
Bro,
I would
bro,
do it.
15
bro,
mi-
I
15
I
minutes
literally
video.
cannot physically make a video under like 15 minutes anymore. I can't
They're
conceptually.
gonna go
I
for the
would-
The
I
crazy
would
Shimoneta
love-
video
you know.
took me like
I would
a
love
week,
to make
2
longer
weeks to
videos,
make.
but
Yeah, I think for my style, 10 minutes is the ideal length.
The
10,
Shimoneta video for me
15.
took me like 2 to 3 weeks to make. The
How long
Bakugan
was it?
15 minutes and 44 seconds. The Bakugan new story video, the one that you were in, the first video you were in, Cheese, on my channel,
Yep.
it took me 2 to 3 weeks to make that.
Consumer uploads
Partially 'cause I was on
weekly. I could have
holiday.
spent half a year on a video.
Why
Yeah.
not though?
I'm trying to get back into weekly videos, so like whenever I can finally muster
The
up
feeling
the
of catharsis you'll get at the end of that is like,
when I can finally
No, but
record the
to be
Hokkaido Gals
fair,
video, I will make
it is
in a
pretty
week.
cool when I manage to get like a longer
Yeah.
video, because I think my longest video is 37 minutes.
Pretty long, to be
37
fair.
minutes.
Yeah.
What
And
the hell did
pretty
you
long,
talk
to be
about for
fair.
37 minutes?
Jojo. I
Oh.
talked about
Oh.
Jojo.
Fair enough, fair
Acceptable.
enough.
Yeah.
I'm
But I
gonna-
think we can now finally release Bunko because it is
Yeah,
getting
we-
very late.
Oh,
of
yeah.
course, yes.
At least here it is, and I still need to
Oh,
run to the
yeah,
store.
Thanks
Nice
again,
one for you.
Bunko,
But I've been
for
having
coming
so much
on the
fun.
podcast.
We
Thank you
should
so
bring
much
her
for
back
having me.
on. We can bring her back
Yeah,
on.
for sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
I got
if-
plenty of hot takes to go around, so I'd be happy to share 'em.
That is good. That is good. We will name this episode
Well,
Bungo Bun's
you were an
Hot Takes.
amazing guest. Even though
Yes.
you said that Bleach is bad, I'm gonna forgive you. I'm gonna forgive
I mean, you can forgive me, but you'd be wrong. But
Bleach,
it's fine.
Bleach is just a bunch of schizophrenics fighting over things that don't actually exist.
No, we're not gonna get back to that.
We
argument,
are!
Speedy.
We are now, bitch!
Speedy, that is just categorically wrong because the things do
God
break
damn it.
existing things, hence why they exist.
Yes.
They're not hallucinations.
You're
Unless
categorically
everyone in that
wrong.
show is a schizophrenic, but that would be too unrealistic.
Okay.
If it helps, I rated it above Terraformers, which I didn't like because it just went on for too long.
Terraformers is
Okay,
absolutely-
I'm gonna take that as a win.
Weird.
I'm gonna take that as a win.
Okay, Bunko, I've got a
Funny
final
enough,
question.
that was
I've got-
one of the that was one of the first things I read was Terraformers.
Bunko, I've got a final question for you.
Yes.
Have you read the Transformers manga?
I have not, but I do plan on reading the Pirates of the Caribbean manga.
There's
I
a
hope
Pirates
the
of the Caribbean manga?
I
What?
heard the
There
Transformers
is.
one is like absolute garbage.
Brett.
Oh, bro.
Madness.
There are, in fact, 3 Pirates of the Caribbean manga.
Oh,
One
that's
about
cool.
Jack Sparrow's origin, one that follows Dead Man's Chest, and the other one of At World's End. And they have physical copies.
Ooh.
Ooh, that's cool.
You may like the Assassin's Creed 4 manga then as well, because that's also about pirates, kinda.
Yeah.
I did read
I
Deadpool
love
as well,
Pirates.
which was kind of...
Like physical copies is the best medium for manga
Yeah.
by far.
That's kind of why I read them all in physical, rather than going on the internet. But internet's sometimes helpful.
I do the really
Very
weedy thing and using like my physical collection as like trophies rather than actually reading them.
Really.
My God.
Especially
So,
the
but
Rare
yeah.
series.
Yeah.
I actually managed...
Thanks again, Bunko,
Yeah.
for coming on
Yeah,
the podcast.
thank you for thank you for coming
and
here. It was
please,
awesome to
viewers,
have
check Bunko's YouTube channel, her Twitter
And
account.
subscribe,
Yeah.
subscribe,
and subscribe to her channel.
Yeah,
'cause-
we'll link all her stuff in the description below, and we'll probably do a pinned comment with her links as well.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, thank you so much.
So,
It's
thanks
been such
again,
a blast being
Bunko.
on here.
This was an amazing episode interview, or I don't know how we're gonna call that.
Argument.
Yes, argument.
Sometimes,
Civilized debate.
yes.
Civilized. Yes.
Well, no one was hurt by the end of this, which was great.
And
Just a
yes,
moment.
by the way, viewers, if you guys enjoyed this episode, please leave a like, a comment, and let us know about any other shows that we can share on, or maybe someone else that you guys want to see on the podcast.
I have a few ideas.
And tell us why Need for Speed is a bad game.
It's for normies. No, I'm kidding.
Need for Speed is not a normie game. It
Well,
is
kind of
every
is, though.
game, every single Need for Speed except for Need for Speed Payback is a brilliant game.
Okay, bro.
Fuck you.
See you guys next
Fuck
time.
you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
The Queen
Yeah,
Wave with
well.
the Queen Wave.
Queen Wave.
Queen Wave, yeah.
Bye.
I would
Bunko,
wave if I
Queen
could
Wave.
move my hands.